As earlier announced, Femi Bamidele is the one that is going to lead the Senate at this session by introducing a motion to that effect. Adoptions of votes and proceedings have been concluded. Up next are announcements, if any, and announcements include communications from the President or communication from members of the Senate for notification of the entire membership of the Senate. This could be defections from one political party to another, resignation from one political party. It could also be some other personal affairs like birthdays, being honored with chieftaincy or academic titles, and so on. So we await the presiding officer to continue proceedings for the day, and the presiding officer is the Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barrow Jibrin. And a major item for today in the Red Chamber is a special session in honor of the late former President Muhammadu Buhari, who died on Sunday, 13th July 2025, after an illness in a hospital in London. President Buhari, we could all remember, was given a state funeral with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu declaring 7 days of mourning, and also declaring that all national flags fly at half-mast across the country, while the Senate and House of Representatives of Nigeria suspended plenary for 1 week in his honor, as they resumed plenary Tuesday, 22nd July 2025. Any moments from now, after taking announcements, petitions, if any, the first thing itemized on the other paper for the lawmakers in the Red Chamber is a special session in honor of the late former President Muhammadu Buhari. for the day, aside the special session, which is going to commence any moment now, a presentation of reports by several committees for consideration. We have about 6 standing committees of the Senate that are expected to present reports to plenary for consideration and adoption. There are also some bills for concurrence from the House of Representatives. Being a bicameral legislature, a bill has to be passed by both chambers before being forwarded to the president for assent. So the technical hitch has been taken care of. The Senate will continue considerations at plenary.
Any petitions? Yes, point of order.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. I come under Order 42, personal explanation.
Is there any matter of urgent national importance?
No, it is not about matter of urgent national importance. It is personal explanation. It is a letter I have, and I had sought the understanding of the presiding officer at the time. With the permission of the president, may I go ahead to read the order?
Yeah, proceed.
Thank you, sir. By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there may be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. The terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when his leave to make it is sought. And the letter I have conforms to all that this literature has spoken about. Mr. President, may I go ahead to read the letter? Okay. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Presidential Villa, Aso Rock, Abuja, through the Senate President, National Assembly, Abuja. Sir, construction of flyover and underpass at the Kefi Total Filling Station roundabout, Kefi, Nasarawa State. I wish to refer to the above subject and draw the attention of my distinguished colleagues to the fact that some months back, I had the privilege of standing before you in this hallowed chamber to report the persistent auto crashes that invariably consume the lives of innocent citizens and foreigners alike due to the nature and topography upon which the roundabout was built. Consequently, I then made a special appeal to the federal government of Nigeria to come to our rescue by constructing a befitting flyover and underpass to arrest the persistent occurrences of such pathetic situation. I am today on my feet again to report that His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer A.A. Sule, had 3 weeks ago flagged off the construction of a befitting flyover and underpass on the very spot upon which the Kefi Total Filling Station roundabout was built. significant to stress that the road upon which this flyover and the underpass will be constructed is a federal road, and ab initio, the cost of construction work has to be borne by the federal government of Nigeria. Considering the foregoing, therefore, I am now drawing the attention of the federal government of Nigeria to take note of this positive development and be ready to reimburse the Nasarawa state government at the appropriate time. Sir, I can always rely on your deep sense of understanding and cooperation, please. Yours distinguished colleague, Senator Ahmed Wadada Aliyu Sarkin Yakin Kefi, on my way to becoming the Magajin Dengi of Lafia. Thank you.
The bridge. Who builds it?
The Senate has just taken a matter of personal explanation from Senator Ali Wadada of Nasarawa State with regards to the Kefi flyover bridge, part of which collapsed a couple of days back, and he is urging the federal government to assist in fast-tracking the repair of the overhead bridge, which is a very key infrastructure connecting Nasarawa State to the Federal Capital Territory, the seat of government. The President of the Senate, Senator Agatula Pabio, is at plenary and having some consultations right now with the Senate leader, Senator Okoyemi Bamidele, as the Senate is set for the special session that is holding any moment from now.
I'm saying that your personal explanation is noted, and we pray that something will be done soon to remedy the situation. Yes, distinguished Senator Omer first.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Senator Victor Ume, OFR. I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, my point of order is Order 42, personal explanation. If you permit me, I'll read. Mr. President, do I go ahead and read?
Please proceed.
Yes. By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there may be no question before the Senate. But no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. the terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when his leave to make it is sought. Mr. President, I've approached you this morning with the details of my point of order on personal explanation. With your leave, do I proceed?
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Distinguished colleagues, yesterday, this Senate approved the President's request for approval for the borrowing plan for 2025-2026 and going forward. In that request, Mr. President, one critical thing that I've always canvassed for in this Senate, with motions upon motions, was the need to reconstruct the Eastern Rail Line by the federal government of Nigeria. I recall that in one occasion, 35 senators in this chamber co-sponsored one of such motions. And Mr. President, in each occasion, you have always expressed the need to consider the motion and the prayers. And the prayers have always been approved. Mr. President, I also recall that in 2025, when the President submitted his budget proposals to this Senate, during the second reading of that budget, I raised an observation that the Eastern Rail Line was not included in the legacy projects that the President will execute. I recall that the DSP presiding that day told me to wait for the breakdown. And when the breakdown is released, that I can now make a case. Well, the budget was discussed and referred to the committee. On the day the budget was to be passed, during the closed session, I raised the same issue, that the Eastern Rail Line was not accommodated in the 2025 budget. You magnanimously approved that I should raise it when we reverted to plenary, that even though it was for the budget to be passed, which will not allow for any debate, they would like me to raise the same issue. I did during the plenary by magnanimity, and you sitting there promised that there was merit in that agitation or in that observation. You promised that you will take it up with Mr. President along with the leadership so that this Eastern Rail Line will be addressed once and for all. I was just for happy, Mr. President, that when the request for $21 billion loan was submitted to the Senate, the Eastern Rail Line was now accommodated. $3 billion was provided for the reconstruction of the Eastern Rail Line. And yesterday, the Senate, during the session, approved the request. It now paves way for that Eastern Rail Line to be reconstructed. I feel so happy about this because I've always canvassed here that anything we shall do in Nigeria, we should carry all parts of Nigeria along. This Eastern Rail Line that has now the prospect of being reconstructed will be a very good development, particularly in line with the sentiments of the people of the Southeast Zone. So on this note, I want to thank Mr. President, who has promised that he will do this. During his visit to the Southeast in January 4th precisely, our stakeholders raised the same issue with him, and he promised that he will address it. So in keeping with this promise, this cry of the people of this zone, and indeed all the users of the Eastern Rail Corridor, starting from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, including Bauchi, everywhere, they are now happy that this is going to be done. So on this note, I thank Mr. President, and also thank you, Mr. Senate President, for joining me in leading this struggle on behalf of the people using this corridor. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Thank you.
Yes, I believe strongly that the voice of the people is the voice of God. God appreciates the efforts of Mr. President, and I thank you for thanking him. I'm particularly coming from you, because sometimes when I look at television, I see some incoming members of the ADC, and I know that I saw you attending the meeting once or twice. So if ADC is already appreciating the work of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it shows that Nigeria has come of age, where good works have no political boundaries. So on behalf of the 10th Senate, I appreciate you. I appreciate your members of the ADC who are appreciating the president. I'm very excited about the president. And of course, we in the APC, we're equally happy with the president and what he's doing. So I will convey your message of thanks to him. Yes. I hope you are not going to answer the Senate president. Senator Ningi, go ahead.
Mr. President, my name is Senator Abdul Ningi, and I represent Bauchi Central of Bauchi State. Mr. President, I come by Order 42, and by the leave of the Senate President, may I read, by the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a Senator may make a personal explanation, although there will be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward.
Senator Ningi, your mic is bad?
42.
Is your mic bad?
It's on.
Your microphone.
This is my seat? Oh, okay, that's my seat. It's my neighbor. Oh, good neighborliness. So the Senate,
that house,
the terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the Senate President when he is leave to make it his thought. Mr. President, I discussed this morning with you about the very elaborate, powerful performance of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Yesterday's semi-final against the Bayana of South Africa. Mr. President, after doom and gloom over the death of 3 prominent Nigerians, beginning with the late General Muhammadu Buhari, the late Dantata, and the late Oba Adetona. This performance of these brilliant girls from Nigeria have spiced our lives, have sweetened our lives. They have brought almost all Nigerians on the same pedestal. Therefore, it is my duty as the chairman on sports to most profoundly thank the government of the president of the country for equipping the girls and giving them the wherewithal in terms of funding to be able to perform this feat. It is important that at this juncture to ask for the prayers of Nigeria, as these girls are gunning for the 10th title in Africa. They are the most indomitable team, and therefore they have not met so far. We have tried to, since 2019, to recapture the African Championship, but we have failed this fight the last 9 years. I thought Saturday will be an opportunity for the girls to capture this 10th title in Africa, which is very unprecedented. The next country that captured this tournament, they have only two times. That was South Africa. Ghana won, South Africa won, and therefore this is an unprecedented feat. And I thought, Mr. President, I will use this opportunity to call for prayers for these girls, because they have exhibited an uncommon attitude. They have exhibited an uncommon discipline especially at this time. Nigeria needs that trophy to be able to bring us together as a country that we're all proud of. Mr. President, that is my move. Also to say, the Deputy Senate President Club has also gained promotion. And by your leave, I want to congratulate Barrow FC, that is Deputy Senate President, for being promoted from the local league to Premier League and the Nigerian first two
please restrict yourself to the issue of WAFCOM, the women. Don't allow any negative influence. Otherwise, I'll mention Gospel Akpabio FC that defeated Gateway Games of Ogun State by 3-0 just last week. So don't go there. Don't go there. But your point of order is noted. Let me join you, distinguished Senator Nengi, to congratulate our girls for the very scintillating performance that led to their qualifying for the finals of the African Women's Championship in football. Indeed, it was one of the very rare moments that I watched football. I was very excited because you know how it is with international competitions. People hardly give Nigeria a chance. So when that golden goal came from outside the 18, and there was a lot of confusion, the goal just went on its own, guided by the angels until it entered inside. I was very excited. Indeed, both the Nigerian team and the South African team, all of them were confused. So I know that God will guide them as they play the finals. And like you suggested, it will be good for Barrow FC and Gospel Akpabio FC to lead a strong delegation for the best finals. This is happening under you as chairman of sports. You were determined, and you told me that you were, for many years, in charge of the Hockey Federation of Nigeria, and that your passion for sports will change the dynamics of sports in Nigeria. So this is already happening. So I must congratulate you as chairman of the Senate Committee.
I just wish to add, I hope the President and Commander-in-Chief will be able to make you the head of delegation to Morocco on Saturday. I so pray.
The Commander-in-Chief cannot be directed. He's in charge. But your prayer is noted. Thank you. Thank you so much, and congratulations to Nigerians. Yes. Any further? Otherwise, I have a very important assignment to perform now. But is there any other point of order? No. This is strange and interesting. Okay. So, distinguished colleagues, I'll just... I'll handle it.
Take your seat, please.
Distinguished colleagues, for the correspondence from Mr. President, request for confirmation of appointment of a commissioner of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission, in accordance with the provisions of Section 2.1 of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission Act 2022, I'm pleased to present for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Professor Yusuf Mohammed Yusuf as Commissioner of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission. Distinguished Senate President, distinguished Senators, Professor Yusuf Mohammed Yusuf is to replace Professor Fatima Al-Kali, whose nomination was earlier presented through my letter dated 2nd June 2025, copy attached, but did not appear for screening and for confirmation by the Senate. Whilst I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nomination of Professor Yusuf Mohammed Yusuf in an expeditious manner, please accept, distinguished Senate Presidents and distinguished Senators, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Bora Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is immediately referred to the Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters to revert to the Senate as soon as practicable. Now, for one of the most important items of the day, letter of resignation and notice of defection. Letter of resignation and notice of recession. The President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio GCON. I know that Olalere would not like this one. That's why he's trying to talk to Sita. I write to formally notify you in line with the provisions of Section 40 and the proviso to Section 68, subsection 1G of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, of my resignation from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and my defection to the All Progressives Congress. This decision, though deeply considered, has become imperative in view of the prevailing political developments both in my constituency and within the party structure, which has been fractured beyond redemption. It is taken in the overall interest of my people to continue to provide effective representation in accordance with my constitutional right to freedom of association. I sincerely thank the People's Democratic Party for the platform it provided when it was together to serve the good people of Akwa Ibom Northeast Senatorial District. I also extend my gratitude to my colleagues, party leaders and supporters who stood by me throughout my time in the party. Kindly accept this letter as formal notification for the records, and please do extend the necessary legislative recognition and courtesies due me through this development. Thank you for your understanding and continued support. Yours faithfully, Senator Anyeka Mbasi, PhD. So, distinguished Senator Mongunu, we must extend all courtesies to him, including sitting arrangement, so that he has depleted the rank and file of the left-hand side to populate the right-hand side. Leader of the Senate, somebody has just joined you from the People's Democratic Party, so Engineer Eze should allow you to listen. You have just gained another member. You've read it? I just read the letter, but I know Senator Eze was distracting you. So Senator Anyeka Mbasi is now a member of the APC. I welcome him with open arms. Leader of the Senate, let me finish before you answer. Because they are all coming to you. They love the president, they love the party, and they love the government. So the second letter, the second letter is titled Adaramodu, you are already with us in APC, you don't need to move. So sit. Senator Fassi? No, okay, but I'll come to that. Now, this second letter is dated, the earth has moved. I don't know where this really, maybe it's telling the truth. I write with a deep sense of responsibility to inform the President of the Senate of my political realignment from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. This development has come after a range of consultations with my constituents following the switch of even my state governor, Pastor Moeno, to the APC, and the need to strengthen collaborations to develop my senatorial district and the larger Akwa Ibom state. I thank the People Democratic Party, though fractured, for providing a power valve for me over the years to serve my people in Akwa Ibom state in several capacities. I will certainly recall my relationship with the party and my humble contributions within my own space to its near apotheosis before a set of complications precipitated its descent. This English is good. Politics is a game of interest, and if I may add, circumstances. The current division in the People Democratic Party leaves me with no other option than to seek an alternative platform to continue to serve the good people of my constituency and Nigeria as a whole. Despite the switch, I look forward to working with my new party, party men and women in the All Progressives Congress and indeed the Senate, as well as well-meaning Nigerians in the pursuit of ideals that have always inspired my political odyssey. Within the bigger picture of humanism, I'm reading what is here, constitutionalism, and national interests. Perhaps it should be pointed out that the presence of the President of the Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Oboro-Kwabio GCON, my State Governor, His Excellency Pastor Moeno, PhD, and all my Akwa Ibom National Assembly colleagues, among other influential personalities and critical socio-political institutions in my state, in the All Progressives Congress, marks in itself a watershed support instrument for the further realization of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, while also pushing the interests of Akwa Ibom people through Governor Moeno's Arise agenda. Indeed, in Akwa Ibom said, the earth has moved. With the convergence of principal political players in Akwa Ibom said, on the APC platform, my people have high hopes of commensurate reward system from the APC power matrix for my state, which historically has been rooted in another political leaning. Thank you, Your Excellency, the Uncommon Senate President. Long live the All Progressives Congress. Long live Akwa Ibom South, Akwa Ibom South Senatorial District. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Sincerely, Senator Ekong Samson, PhD. He has just moved. That is the second one. That is the second one. It's not my English. He's a writer. The same Senator Ekong Samson, I hope he's here. Is he here? You can just, you can step forward and take about, leader of the Senate. Please do receive them, because I'm dealing with Senator Nengi. I'm depleting your rank and file. Very soon you have no neighbor. So on behalf of, just before the point of order, on behalf of the All Progressive Congress, I want to sincerely welcome our colleagues, thank you, to the All Progressives Congress, and to note that yes, indeed, this cannot be the end. Yes.
Two senators from Akwa Ibom State, that is Senator Anyekan Basi, representing Akwa Ibom Northeast, and Senator Ekong Samson, representing Akwa Ibom South, have just announced their resignation by notification through the President of the Senate from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressives Congress. Where you are watching now is the warm welcome by the leadership and principal officers in the majority inside the red chamber, welcoming the two senators to the majority side of the aisle, having declared their intention to join the All Progressives Congress. By this defection, the number of APC members in the Senate has now hit 71. The last defection was Senator Neda Imaswe from Edo State, who also defected to the APC, bringing the number to 69. And today we have two senators representing Akwa Ibom State defecting from the People's Democratic Party to the APC, bringing the number of APC members in the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to 71 out of 109 senators. Before the announcements of the defection of the two members, there were two matters of privilege raised by first Senator Victor Ome, expressing gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for the approval of the Eastern Rail Corridor linking the southeast to the northwest of Nigeria. That is the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri rail line, which was captured in the project to be executed. From the loan that was also approved by the Senate as plenary yesterday, the $21 billion borrowing plan of the federal government for 2025 to 2026, out of which 3 billion of the 21 billion will be used for that project, the Eastern Rail Corridor linking Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. We also had the Senate Chairman on Sports Development, Senator Abdul Ningi, reminding the Senate of the victory of the Super Falcons in the semi-finals of WAFCON. So the Red Chamber is congratulating the Nigerian girls for this feat in the field of play at the continental level.
Important thing to do here. With a great sense of humility, I'm very delighted to inform the Nigerian Senate and the public that indeed the earth has moved. Senator Mbigi, are you hearing me? This is another letter addressed to His Excellency the Senate President. Notification of defection. I write to notify Your Excellency, the President of the Senate and the Senate with great enthusiasm to express my keen interest and my decision to join the All Progressives Congress. As a passionate ranking senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I firmly believe in the principles and values that the All Progressive Congress upholds, and I am eager to actively contribute to the betterment of our dear country and my constituents. And of course, the incoming victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, come 2027. For some time now, I have closely followed the renewed hope agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and I've been very impressed by the President's commitment and dedication to the implementation of the renewed hope agenda. The agenda emphasizes on inclusivity, environmental sustainability, education, and social welfare that resonate deeply with my personal beliefs. No weapon fashioned against this microphone shall prosper. The agenda emphasizes on distinguished colleagues, Deputy Senate President, Leader of the Senate. There is an appeal here that in view of what is happening now, that you may wish to move for a relevant section of our rules to just permit the National Secretary of the All Progressives Congress to step into the chambers as a stranger for a few minutes. So move a motion to that effect.
Thank you, Mr. President, and the distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, aware of the importance of what is going on to the APC as a ruling party, and equally aware of the desire of some of our colleagues in the House of Representatives who are members of APC, who would also like to be a part of it, all led by the National Secretary of APC, I'm standing to move that the relevant provisions of Order 12 on floor privileges be suspended to enable us admit strangers into the chamber. I so move, Mr. President.
Distinguished Deputy Senate President. No, this is not a floor privilege. You don't bring in the minorities because they may not be happy. Inside their heart, they may be weeping. So please second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Barrow Jibril, I stand to second the motion.
Thank you.
Ably moved by the leader of the Senate. I so second.
Okay. Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been moved and seconded. Those in support that we allow strangers briefly into the chambers to complete this ritual, say aye. Those against say nay. just remain. The ayes have it. So the National Secretary of the APC, Sergeant at Arms, you can lead the National Secretary and some members of the House of Representatives who are interested in shaking hands and a picture college with the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to step into the chambers. Distinguished colleagues, with humility, I welcome distinguished Senator Adebola Bashir, the National Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, and our colleagues from the House of Representatives, including one of the youngest members of this House, the young Akala, leading his colleagues to join us. And of course, I have noticed the state chairman of the APC from Osun State, out of excitement, decided to fly in just for this exercise. So you are all welcome, and I recognize all of you. So in that case, I won't go too much into the letters because for the necessary speed. but the summary of it is that the writer has actively participated in various community-driven initiatives, social campaigns, political campaigns, and public awareness events that align with the core values of the All Progressive Congress. These experiences have fueled his decision to join like-minded individuals and elected representatives to drive positive change at both the local, state, and national levels. I promised to bring my wealth of experience to bear at ensuring the victory of the APC from top to bottom. This first letter is signed by distinguished Senator Francis Father Honsi, OFR. Distinguished Senator Father Honsi, OFR. Distinguished Senator Ani, please, this is a very important thing, because as I speak, my voice is shaking.
Senator Wadada, Distinguished Senator Ani, resume your seats.
Please. The whip has spoken. Distinguished Senator Father Honsi, but that is not finished. From Osun, State of Nigeria, we have another resignation.
This is the network service of the NTA. We'll be joining our outside broadcast crew for another live broadcast. This is the network service of the NTA.
I feel compelled to do so.
Minister of the Territory, Barrister Ezewike, UN, Chief of Staff, Prime Minister, T.D. Amadi, Heads of the FCD, Grace Adjei, Executive Secretary of the FCD, Engineer, the Council, FCD, Barrister Salman Daku, all landed secretaries present, all FDA directors present. A very good day to you all, and a very significant of the signing of the agreement between MAC International Limited and the Federal Territory Administration on the timeline for the development of the work Abuja project. Project after 5 work. For information, Dubai City covers a 900 square meter land developed into commercial and residential areas, providing destination haven for tourists. Became operational in January 2016. Honorable Minister, leading the delegate of the other MAG links, the executive of the company, Dr. Sim, sir, I would like the other team to introduce.
On behalf, maybe save time, I go through the name of the people. Much quicker. We have Jan Rockstrov. Yeah. As I said, I apologize for pronouncing the names because we're people from different parts of the world. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, sir. And we also have Engineer Aliu Mohammed, who is from the MAG board. And Ahmed El Lesawi, who is also an investor. And we have David Balfour, who is going to be directing all our commercial promotions. And then we have Ahmed Turki, who is driving the engineering component of the works that we're going to be doing, sir. And then we have Akif Sheikh, who is also an investor. And we have our CFO, because we felt that it's important to have all the top team of the company here. Maksud, Shama, Rahman, and then we have Andrew Mercer, who is also part of the technical team. And we have Mr. Murtala Aliu, who is the GM of one of the affiliates of the board, of the group. And then Honorable Minister also came with the company secretary and legal advisor, who has been interacting to get the agreement together. And then we have Baba Bakar, who is also a general manager of one of the affiliates. And then we have Abba Adams, who is the MD of New Works. And then, Honorable Minister, sir, we also have the president of Nigerian Arabian Gulf Chamber of Commerce, who is leading the delegation for the investors, Mahmoud Abadu. Honorable Minister, sir, those are the members of our team that are here today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
The Chief of Staff, the Head of Service, Executive Secretary of the FCDA, Mandate Secretaries, Directors that are here, the members of the MAC Group, Directors, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, let me, on behalf of the Federal Capital Administration Territory, welcome our business partners who have come to partner with the FCT in the development of the city. You are aware that Mr. President, in some of his shuttles, have always said that Nigeria is free and we are willing to welcome investors who want to invest and contribute to the development of our country. And with the enabling environment provided by Mr. President and with the support of the FCT administration, we were approached that they will want to partner with us for the development in Abuja and trying to build the Abuja city walk the way we have it in Dubai, which is Dubai City Walk. The first day they came here, I made it clear to them that I've heard of people being interested to develop and they asked for land. At the end of the day, you hardly see any investment or development. They turn to land speculators. And this time around, we are not going to accept that. And so I want to say how sincere they were. And I asked them if they are sincere, and they said they are going to leave the next day. I said, no. If you are serious, you have to wait the end. Let us go and identify an area that you will choose for this Abuja City Walk. And I invited the Director of Lands, the Director of Survey, the Director of Development Control, the Director of Urban and Regional Planning for us to go to the area they are talking about. And we have agreed in that meeting that there are the timelines where you have to say that from today to the next time, you have done this. So we went to the Abuja Technology Village where they have identified. And I want to make it clear, we have had problems. Land grabbers in Abuja Technology Village. Even those in the Technology Village are part of the problems we have been having. For the past 20 years, nothing has happened. And therefore, I will not like to lose this opportunity that we have seen investors who really want to invest and develop. If anybody has gone to Dubai and have seen the Dubai City Walk, there's no way you will not appreciate and encourage investors to please come that we are willing to work with them. The whole essence of the renewable agenda is not only to bring investors, but also to create employment for our people. And I did direct that I was going to chair this so that they will know the seriousness we attach to this. And I wish to say that they have submitted their drawings, and their drawings have been approved, and their CFO is ready. But we have to sign an agreement that if you don't comply within so and so time, then we have the right to revoke, because we are not going to just give you a CFO to say we are giving you land and then nothing happens. We will not accept that again. So many people have collected land for mass housing, for this and that. At the end of the day, they've turned it to be land speculators. They go and sell our land. We will not accept that. And I have visited them, and I'm quite impressed with what I saw. And so that is the essence of our gathering here today, to formally say that this has to be done. In the first part of it, from now till May next year, which will be the 30th anniversary of Mr. President, one aspect of it must be completed for Mr. President to commission his 30th anniversary. And that from now till August, the foundation must be laid. So that's the whole essence of our gathering here today. We have had problems. The investors, we have been subject to litigation of so many lands, leases given, nothing happens. But let the world know that pattern has changed. For us to give you land today that you want to develop or you want to invest, you must sign an agreement with the FCT that these are the timelines. If not, we will not do that again. So many people come here, like I've said before, collect 200 hectares, 300 hectares. In 20 years' time, nothing has happened. We have changed that pattern. And so we are going to monitor strictly. And one of the reasons why I try to drive this, so that they won't come with an excuse that, oh, we have submitted our building plans. Up till now, nothing has happened. Again, you have the bureaucracy. Sometimes people will submit their development plans. Of course, you know what happens when you go to the secretariats. Either the next officer is not on ground or nothing has happened. So, with me being in charge, that couldn't happen. So, they have gotten their development plans. Today we present the CFO and sign the agreement, and they must hit the ground running. We have to see that they are serious, and I've seen that they are very, very serious. So before we do the signing of the agreement, they have to let us also know that yes, indeed, even though they will sign, but to let the public know too that they are going to comply with this. We are going to give them all the necessary support, that is required, because that's what Mr. President wants. He has done well to encourage investors, to give them hope that Nigeria is ready to receive the investors for development. And we want to thank Mr. President for that encouragement, and that's what has led to this. But for a short term, it will be difficult because most people before now don't have that confidence. We have made sure that legally nothing will hinder them, and it's to encourage them. The development control is there to make sure that nobody obstructs them. The Director of Land is there to make sure they have access to their land. I'm sure the past few days I heard they came, they have also been to the site to see if they have access. On our own part, we have promised to do some access roads to enable them to start off immediately. And that the Executive Secretary of the FCDA is doing his best to see that there's no delay in this project. It's a project that is very key for the development of Abuja. If we can have that in this city, of course, Nigerians will know indeed that Mr. President has changed the narrative as far as the development of Abuja is concerned. If we have had this support before now, Abuja would have gone further. So I want to thank all of you who have given us this confidence. When I came to Dubai, I spoke with you. You showed me what you really have done, and I can assure you that we're also going to make sure there will be no hindrance to the development of this Abuja city work. Once again, you are welcome to Abuja. Enjoy the hospitality of the people of Abuja. It's a very secure city, very fine city like any other area. You have seen the road networks in the city. So all we want is for you really to partner with us seriously and let us achieve this area within the next 1 year. And Nigerians will know that really indeed Abuja is the capital of this country. Once again, thank you and God bless you.
Your Excellency, with your permission, allow me to stand on existing protocol. As you already said in your remark, Your Excellency, that we're here last time, and then you made it clear to us that you're not interested in gimmicks, you're not interested in jargons. You want us to get straight to the point and say precisely what we can do, and then you would do your best to support us to achieve that objective. And I think since the last meeting, sir, we've gone back to drawing board and make sure that we made all the necessary preparations. And I'm so pleased that you mentioned in your remarks that you have already visited the Dubai City Walk, and you have also seen our capacity in terms of the ability to promote investors to Nigeria under the NAGCC, which, as I said earlier, the president of NAGCC is here with us. We've been in the business of attracting investors into Nigeria for quite some time as a group. We've also been promoting export of Nigerian goods to the Gulf region, not just to Dubai, but to all the Gulf states. So it's something that we have made a mark on with various agencies of government and promoted these interactions with Nigerian governments, the past and present. And sir, you mentioned the fact that Mr. President's renewed hope agenda is a major item on the table, and we can assure you that we are also part of that renewed hope agenda because we have contributed significantly as a group to various aspects of Mr. President's objectives and targets. And I'm sure maybe some people may not know that one of our affiliates is the one driving some of the developments in the border control systems of Nigeria. As I said, our group is a group of companies, about 15 different companies, all targeted towards different aspects. And each one of these elements, or each one of these affiliates, contributes directly to what we're trying to do in the Abuja City Walk. We consider the Abuja City Walk to be a major flagship for us as a group because we are in excess of about 35 different countries around the world. And we make sure that wherever we do, we follow your footsteps in terms of your emphasis on establishing quality. We've seen what Abuja has transformed, Your Excellency, in the last few years under your stewardship. And we believe this is the time that investors have all the confidence that once they come into this space, they will certainly perform brilliantly well and make their return of investment. The aim, as you rightly said, in the renewed hope agenda is to create jobs. There is no way you can do such a project without colossal amount of manpower in all levels, at all levels, both and also all aspects of life. It's a development that is going to create a whole regeneration of the airport access. There is no doubt about it. This particular project will make a big mark. And we are so impressed, Your Excellency, with the fact that you've decided to consider this project as a flagship for Abuja development. And we are so proud that you have taken upon yourself to actually lead the team. We have seen how you have driven us in the last few months, since we were last year. And I can tell you, to be honest, sir, it is your own push that made us to even go faster. It is your own push that's making us to feel, yes, we can do a lot more in this environment. And the confidence is there. Investors are all geared towards the interaction we've had with investors in Dubai and other parts of the Gulf region. They are all keen in trying to engage with the development of Abuja City. And the Abuja City Walk is not just going to replicate what we have seen in Dubai, sir. We want to make an edge over that. And we're going to also adopt it to suit our cultural and traditional flavor. It's going to include even things like some of the desired aspects of medical facilities that need to be provided in this axis. We believe the City Walk is going to transform Luke Bay area completely. That would trigger a lot of regeneration. It's not different from what happened in London when the Canary Wharf was developed. Your Excellency, that particular region, that particular part of London was the worst part of London you can find. It's stricken by massive crime and all sorts of things. But today, Canary Wharf is the most expensive meter square you can find in the world. That is massive regeneration that has taken place. But that didn't take place by only the private sector. It's a partnership. And Your Excellency, with the agreement that we're going to sign today, and your commitment to support us, we believe that we can create even things better than that in Nigeria. Our company is purely a Nigerian company that is operating in different parts of the world. Of course, in our board, there are people from different parts of the world, but that is just to drive our agenda on the global aspects. But the primary owners and the investors in the group are mainly Nigerian. So we are 100% Nigerian, and we align with the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President. And sir, we are going to be behind you as you lead us to develop this project. We give you that commitment and guarantee that we are going to do it. Whatever we put our hands on, we make sure that we do it wholeheartedly, with genuine intentions, with the aim of showing Nigeria can do what anywhere else in the world can be done. Your Excellency, on behalf of the team here, we guarantee you that commitment we are going to be 100% behind you as you lead us in this project. Thank you very much, sir.
So we'll go on with the signing of the agreements, starting with you.
friend, there are also quite good history of what I think that's very Namiago. What kind of people are fish? Actually, it was a bushman. Okay. Jan,
On the news at 1, Nigeria Television Authority embarks on technology digital broadcasting drive to attain global standard. NUJ Press Week focuses on developmental journalism. Plus, FCTA organizes tech-enabled training for first responders. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on the abridged version of the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has enjoined journalists to embrace developmental journalism to foster prosperity and progress of the nation. He stated this at a public lecture themed Journalism in a Changing World, organized by the Nigerian Union of Journalists FCT chapter to mark this year's World Press Week. Ramut Abdullahi gives us details.
The event attracted dignitaries from all walks of life, including serving and past political leaders who gathered in honor of members of the 4th Estate of the Realm. Speaker of House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas highlighted critical role journalists play in shaping the nation's democracy, emphasizing the need for a robust partnership with the legislature for an all-inclusive development that gives voice to the voiceless.
I encourage the media to spearhead the development of a national code of ethical conduct specifically tailored for digital journalism and social media reporting. Such a code should provide guidelines on responsible use of sources, AI-generated content, and anonymous reporting, while also safeguarding press freedom.
Chairman of the occasion and former governor of Nasarawa State, Tanko Alimakura, advocated for a robust endowment scheme that catered to the needs of journalists, including media safety and insurance scheme, National Fact-Checking Alliance, among others.
A journalist safety and insurance framework. Let us institutionalize protection for media professionals, particularly those in conflict zones or on investigative beats.
Other development partners and friends of the journalists gave their goodwill messages, including the Minister of Housing, who promised the media practitioner of providing a journalist village in the FCT.
Freedom. As the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I want to first commend our President, His Excellency Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, CFR, for championing these democratic ideals.
So I want to use this opportunity to thank the leadership at all levels to take up an education team to move from media high to media high. Move after work.
The journalist magazine was unveiled to the public. Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Nigerian Television Authority is leveraging emerging technologies to drive digital broadcasting program, the news reportage, in line with global best practices. This came to the fore during inspection of facilities by Chairman Board of Directors of the Africa's largest TV network, Felix Moka. Correspondent Yusuf Jika has more.
The African largest television network, the NTA, has kept track with the growth and development of Nigeria, building bridges of peace and unity in diversity and creating new opportunities for exploits. Now, this leading media outfit in the country is about to take a different turn owing to the visit of its chairman, Board of Directors, Felix Moka, who toured facilities and deepened commitments for greater productivity.
I want to be part of that story, to work with management, to, again, whether it's equipment, whether it's facilities, whether it's content, programming, we will leave nothing untouched in our effort to reposition NTA for growth and to outcompete even some of the finest in the private sector.
Felix Moka lauded the lofty contributions of NTA in an evolving broadcast world and pledged to pay more attention to staff welfare and professional support for efficient and effective service delivery.
But this is really a call to duty. Some of them work extraordinary hours beyond the call of just regular civil service job. So it's important that they are motivated, properly rewarded for their contribution to national development through the facility of the NTA. So as chairman, I will be working with the management and again working with other agencies of government to see how we can make improvements.
If you look at the contribution that NTA is making in nation building and also in the sustenance of peace and tranquility in this country, I think regardless of how much that the staff of NTA takes at the end of the month will not be too much. I know the government doesn't have everything, but of course there is need for us to look at the plight of NTA staff with a view to at least getting close to what is desired.
This visit is believed to begin a new era of surpassing the present gain under the current management led by the Director General Saliu Abdulhamid Dembos. In Abuja, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Abuja Municipal Area Council has recertified shop owners at the Amak Market in Federal Housing Authority Lube. The certificates were presented to shop allottees who met the terms and conditions. Deborah Gaza-Jamaica gives us details.
It is my certificate. I'm glad for one thing. Again, it is my certificate that is being used for demonstration.
Hawa Odeumi, a shop owner at the Amak Market FHA Lugbe, has been a trader in the market for almost 10 years. She pays ground rent and has expressed satisfaction with the recent development thanks to the Abuja Municipal Area Council Chairman Christopher Zakambe Kalangu. The meeting discussed the importance of the documents being presented to allottees. It will be recalled that a committee was set up by Amak last year to address certificate issues due to cases of falsification.
For those of you who have not presently verified, in the next 2 months that will give us a grace, you don't do so, we'll put your shop on auction.
And we believe that so many of us who have not registered as well, who have not done this verification, will use this opportunity and this time to have time to come and do what? To enroll and register.
Amak has reassured traders that the market development will continue. However, the traders are appealing to the area council to sanitize the market by removing illegal traders who are obstructing their businesses. In Abuja, Deborah Gaza-Jamaica, NTA News. Brigadier General Clifford Brown Wonder, retired, has been honored with an exemplary service award for his selfless contributions to humanity. Sandra Akeme reports on the ceremony where the Nigerian Youth Peace Action Network presented the award, seeking to tap from the general's wealth of experience.
Brigadier General Clifford Wonder, retired, CMD and Chief Consultant of Ear, Nose and Throat at Elvachi Specialist Hospital, has been making significant contributions to humanity, including rendering medical outreach to communities and providing healthcare services. To this end, the Nigerian Youth Peace Action Network honored him with an award, citing his impressive humanitarian profile.
We are today here at his meet to seek for his guidance, to seek for his blessing, and of course to tap from his vast well of knowledge and experience.
Surrounded by family and friends, Dr. Wonder expressed surprise and gratitude. He stated that the award would motivate him to do more for the community and humanity.
I even feel bigger than I actually am. Yeah, we'll continue to do what we have been doing. We'll do more. We'll try to reach out to the community and we'll also support their efforts as they bring in their projects and some of the things they would like to do.
He has contributed a lot, to the society. What are our roles as a mother? What is our role as a woman? And then we have our various roles. Men have their role. We are the head of the family. We are there to submit, to support.
Right from Benemet, he has been very wonderful. And I've been following his progress up to today. So that he's getting this award is no surprise, because he really deserves it.
He's rendering very serious service to the community, which I feel he should continue to do.
When I first entered military school, he was the one that took me, taught me how to shine shoes, taught me how to iron. Along the line we have been growing together, he has been mentoring, I've been learning from him. And this award today is not a surprise.
Dr. Wonder also revealed that his experiences serving the nation and beyond inspired him to write a book titled War Wonders, a 114-page documentation of his encounters. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
We now join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria have qualified for the final of the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations after defeating South Africa 2-1 in a thrilling semi-final match. Michelle Alozie scored the winning goal in the dying minutes of the game, securing Nigeria's spot in the final. The Super Falcons will now wait for the winner of the second semi-final between host Morocco and Ghana's Black Queens. Meanwhile, six-time African Player of the Year Azizat Oshola has announced her retirement from international football after the 2024-2025 WAFCON tournament. The 30-year-old forward has had an illustrious career, winning 6 CAF Women's Player of the Year titles and paving the way for emerging talents in African women's football. In other news, Nigerian table tennis players, including Matthew Kuti and Ajoke Ojomu, are preparing for the World Table Tennis Contender Lagos after a strong performance at the ITTF African West Regional Championships. The tournament kicks off on July 22nd at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall, Teslim Balogun Stadium, Lagos. Finally, the Tigress coach Rena Wakama has stated that her team is focused on defending its title as Afro basketball champions and playing on the world stage at the Olympics. The team will compete in the 2025 Afro Basketball Championship in Ivory Coast from July 26, 2025, aiming to win the competition for a record 5th time. With Sports Brief, Wayne Lugo, NTA News.
And that Sports Brief concludes the abridged version of the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We thank you for watching. We have more reports at 7. Good afternoon.
Academy Kubwa Abuja, an Islamic or educational institution where faith meets excellence and children are raised to lead with knowledge, discipline and strong moral value. At Al-Falah International Academy, we offer a robust curriculum that blends sound Islamic teachings with world-class academic standards from early years to secondary levels, delivered by highly trained, professional and fully dedicated teachers committed to every child's success. We also proudly run the Beit of Quran memorization program, a structured and spiritually enriching Hifz Quran memorization stream designed to help students memorize the Noble Quran with proper tajweed, supported by experienced Hufaz and qualified Islamic scholars. Our facilities include a well-stocked library, fully equipped science and ICT laboratories, a modern sports center, excellent boarding facilities for boys and girls, reliable school bus shuttle service. Excitingly, the new senior secondary school section is now open and currently admitting students for the 2025/2026 academic session into SS1 and SS2. Admission is also opened into other classes such as Playpen, Preparatory, Reception 1 and 2, Primaries 1 to 5, and JSS 1 to 3. Don't miss the chance to give your child a wholesome Islamic and academic foundation in a safe, nurturing environment. Al-Falah International Academy, Kubwa, Abuja, raising morally upright, academically sound, and future-ready leaders.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You got rain and I got thunder. Two mystery star-crossed lovers. Let me be the one to live what's weighing on your heart. I could be a knight in shining armor. There's a reason I don't feel you here when I'm laying next to you. I can see the pain you carry, don't want no one feeling bad. Settle down now, settle down on me. You can count on me, I'll be your remedy. Settle down now, settle down on me. You can count on me, I'll be your remedy. I gave you all I had and all I asked was, would you meet me halfway? Starting to feel unsure of what we have, cause you've been pushing me away. I could be like, pull you out the darkness. Don't mean to intrude, but I don't wanna lose. Settle down now, settle down on me. You can count on me, I'll be your remedy. Settle down now, settle down on me. You can count on me, I'll be your remedy. Settle down now, settle down on me. You can count on me, I'll be your remedy.
Right. Thank you so much. That was Hey Nicole singing Settle Down on Me. And with that, we say a big welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining us on another interesting edition of the Medley Show. My name is Tucci, and if you stick around for the next 1 hour, I promise you it's going to be an hour of magic, because today is a date with fashion. Yes, so we want to talk about the fact that these days, our African prints are now being influenced by contemporary styles. I mean, growing up, I used to see a lot of our women, when they buy the African prints, it's Iro and Buba, the native skirt and blouse, the wrapper and blouse. But today, ashoke used to be just for the head, but guess what? I'm wearing a skirt made of ashoke. Yes, that's the art we want to celebrate today on the Medley Show. Today is for the influence of contemporary styles on our African prints. Again, my name is Tucci, and we will be having a great time today. Let's start the show with taking you through a feature that sort of throws more light on our conversation for today. And when we get back, you will get to meet my guest. Stay with us.
A bold Ankara wrapper tied by your mother for a church outing, a regal ishagu worn by your uncle at a village meeting, the rich hues of George fabric at a southern wedding, or perhaps a flowing embroidered kaftan. From generation to generation, African prints have remained deeply rooted in our cultures, but how we wear them has evolved, boldly and beautifully. Take Ankara, a vibrant fabric embraced across the country. In the East, it's tailored into stylish peplum blouse and double wrappers. In the South, it complements elegance of lace and George. In the North, it's paired with flowing gowns and modest cuts. Today, Ankara is no longer just ceremonial. It's on office wears, bucket hats, joggers, and even bags. It's culture redesigned. And then there's Adire, once hand-dyed and worn mostly in the Southwest. It now inspires digital prints, found in collections from Abuja to Oka. Its motifs have moved beyond indigo into rainbow palettes and softer textures, gracing scarves, kimonos, and modern-day agbadas. The Ishiagu, a symbol of prestige in Igbo culture, was once strictly reserved for title men, but now is tailored into gender-neutral jackets, shirts, and even red carpet fits, worn proudly by a new generation. The George fabric, rich with embroidery and regal flow, remains a staple in the South-South and Southeast. But today's brides pair it with corset bodices, mesh sleeves, and even contemporary bridal gowns, merging tradition with trend. In the North, the enduring beauty of atampa and hand-embroidered kaftans continues to inspire minimalist fashion, with flowing silhouettes now influencing high-end ready-to-wear collections across Africa. From the village square to global runways, Nigerian prints have stepped boldly into the now without losing touch with the then. So while the fabric of our identity stays rooted in tradition, its expression continues to evolve across styles, across stories. Because Nigeria's fashion isn't stuck on the past. It's alive, thriving, and endlessly reimagined.
Okay, that feature was just for you to help you understand our conversation for today. So I have a fashion designer and a stylist in the studio. He is the creative lead for El Bright Designs in the person of Bright and Zenwa. Bright, welcome to the Medley Show.
Thank you.
Again.
Yes, again.
And please, if you share me, thank God. Bright is not wearing black. The black is very minimal, but we have a lot of colors because he loves to wear black.
A lot.
Yeah, and he decided to make me look like an Idoma bride today, but in a stylish manner, and still gave me black. Anyway, Bright, thank you so much for joining us today. So I'm going to start by asking you this question, yeah? So complete this sentence for me. African fashion is?
Bold.
Bold, okay, I like that. Okay, more words, more words.
Fashionable.
African fashion is fashionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Colorful. A lot.
A lot.
We love
yeah.
to do colors.
A lot of colors on you. Okay,
yes.
Again, so today we want to talk about our African prints in the modern age. So same prints, same designs, same fabrics, but the styles have changed.
Yeah.
So let me start by asking, let's do a little bit of down memory lane, or let me scratch your mind a little bit. Let's go back a little. When you were growing up, did you ever know you were going to be doing stuff with local fabrics? You were going to be working with it creatively. At least you used to see your mom tie all them. I'm trying to remember the name of those Igbo fabrics that my mom used to tie back in the day, but you know them, right? Kili star, horse, all those fabrics. Then the Yorubas have Ashoke. Yes. Then we have the Adire, the Kampala. We have the Shedda from the north. Yeah, so did you know you were going to be working with these fabrics creatively?
Sincerely, no.
Okay, so how did you find your way there? How did you find your way there?
Okay, so I think it's just curiosity for me. So we're going to have a black tie event, and then I saw this velvet bow tie. I loved it, and I asked my friend, where did you get it? He referred me to someone, and the guy says it's 20,000 for one. This is 2015.
20,000 for a bow tie?
For one.
Must be luxury.
I pleaded with this guy. I said, just for 5,000, let me do one. He said, no. So I told my friend, just give me yours. Since you're not going to attend the event, let me use yours. So I got home, looked at this. I'm like, I can do this. I pieced the tie, coupled it back, and I'm like, there's nothing in this. So I used it, returned it. I entered Wuse Market. I bought velvet.
Velvet fabrics.
Yes, and I did it. It wasn't perfect, but people loved it. I wore it to church. That's how it's like. So it's curiosity for me, from there. Okay, so make for us, make for this unit in church, make 5, make, some embarrassing moments, I must admit.
Oh, you have to have those embarrassing moments. You have to have those embarrassing moments. It's part of the journey.
They will wear it, and like, oh, I wore it, the thing got torn, it got loose. But it
There was a
beautiful.
process.
So from there, okay, so can you recommend, someone that will make suits, since you make tie, make suit? Just from there, we just, slid into fashion. So it was more of a curiosity thing for me. And here we are today.
And then you went into reimagining our local fabric. So let's talk about what inspires that. I mean, you picked up this fabric again.
Yeah.
You made me look like an Idoma bride. So if I say
We're
the first thing
sending you there.
don't bring that here. You imagine you picked up this fabric. What inspired you to decide to make this style away from the way an Idoma would naturally style their local fabrics?
Okay, so for me, I know my mom has these boxes. There's some that it's just there for special occasions. Some are, where you could, just go pick fabric, like wear every day, So I visited my mom. I visited them, I think, like 3 years ago. And we're trying to just clean up the house, do some with it, and the box is still there. Those wrappers, cold.
Oh yeah, my mom still has that box with all them wrappers.
Like, what are you doing with these things? I picked the ones I could, the Akwete fabric. I picked some of it, some Ankaras, and of course I can't tie them. I can't tie wrapper and all of those. I had to use them to make something. And then just one, people love it. From there you move on. Like what I'm wearing, these are just pieces of
leftover,
caps that we've made. Just put it together and make something. So why wait for ceremony, when you can actually rock these things and look good and feel good every day? Why wait for special occasions when you can actually like look good every day? So yeah, and I've actually had collection on this on Ashoke. I've had a collection. Of that
different colors.
Different colors. Yes, last year I showcased in Ghana Menswear Week. That was all I showcased.
So before, if celebrities or artists have to go to the red carpet, is usually a question of who are you wearing, and then they call some foreign names because it was a thing to bring in those things. But today, you see them going on the red carpet with our bold fabrics, but styled differently. So what I want to know is, in designing or styling these outfits, how do you balance staying true to our cultural roots? Because we want to still show that, it's still our culture, even though we're able to style it differently. So how do you stay true to our cultural roots at the same time you're free enough to explore in this different styles?
Okay, so first thing here for me is, what makes it cultural? Is it the style or the fabrics?
In this case, I think it's the fabric.
Exactly. So it's just fabric. You can do whatever you want to do with it. So this is us breaking stereotypes that says this is Idoma cloth. It has to be worn in a certain way. This is Ashoke. It has to be Agbada or Danshiki or something. This is us breaking stereotypes. This is just fabrics. I used my money to buy it. I can do whatever I want to do with it.
But they
it's
all
not
tell
taking
a
away.
cultural story.
It's not taking away the fact that this is Ashoke.
You may see it like that. Let me interrupt you a bit.
Okay,
you may see it like that, but someone from maybe a fabric historian, if there's anything like that, someone who understands the story behind why they put these two colors together, why this fabric, like the Kili style we mentioned, why it is patterned the way it is. They have the blue, they have the red, they have the yellow. So why it is there's someone who you may have that conversation with, and they will tell you, okay, so I'll tell you a story. But this Igbo Isiagu that we wear. So all of it used to be for chiefs, big occasions, and then one day I was going somewhere in the East, and then there was this boy who was wearing a t-shirt. So it's been printed on t-shirts now. And then the man was soaping, and he started to say that they have watered down the essence of this fabric of Israel. Now, it used to be revered. Now, anybody can just go to the market and pick it up and make whatever. So that means there's a story to all our fabrics. So that's why I'm asking, how do you stay true to the culture, the story behind these fabrics, and still feel free enough to, freestyle?
Okay, so now, of course, ignorance is not, how do they put it, it's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
For someone who saw that fabric, bought it, loved it, probably might not know the story.
I don't think, okay.
Yeah, probably might not know the story, that there are stories behind this, behind that, and all of it. Okay, so looking at it from, I'm an Igbo man, okay, and I love Isiago fabric. And then I am leaving Nigeria to go do something, or probably, let's say I relocated, living there. And I love my culture. It's not every day I would want to wear that Isiago with the 3 buttons and the red cap and all of those. I still want to rep my culture. I still want to rep Nigeria. So what else can I do with this fabric? That was why I asked, what you're saying, is it for the fabric or the style?
Both.
Both.
So,
yeah, so even if I use the Isiago to do something, it still doesn't take away the fact that Isiago is for the Igbos. Even if I made suit out of it, you could tell that this is an Igbo guy. Yes, you could tell that
I don't
this is
think
an
it
Igbo
works
guy.
that way anymore. You're wearing ashoke. I would not see you and say you are a Yoruba guy.
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll still get there.
Okay.
Because we're repping. I'm a fashion designer, and for me, I could wear anything I want. Sometimes people think I'm Yoruba because I wear cap a lot. Yoruba
now
cap
you get
a lot.
it.
Yes, but then I'm talking about me as an Igbo man, loving my culture, loving. Once you see it, you say, "Oh, this is Igbo person." Even if that person is not an Igbo man, so to say, you could see the cloth. Even if you use it to make jackets, you could still say, this is an Igbo person. That's like what I'm trying to bring out here, that it is not so much about the style than it is for the fabrics.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
If you use ashoke, to make jackets, wherever you are all over the world, you could relate that person to Nigeria, to Yoruba, even though that the person is using the ashoke fabric to make something Western.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I agree with you. Like you said, we'll still get back to that conversation, but we're going to take a quick break now and bring you our next feature. But when we return, the conversation with Bride will continue. And again, we will be joined by another beautiful fashion designer. Stay with us.
Africa is a continent rich in culture, and one of its most expressive forms is fabric. From west to east, north to south, African textiles have become more than just clothing. They are identity, art, and a growing influence in global fashion. Let's start with Ankara, the brightly colored white-printed fabric that has become a staple across Nigeria and most of West Africa. Though originally inspired by Dutch wax prints, Ankara has been Africanized over the decades. Today, it's everywhere, from casual wear to red carpet gowns, bridal outfits to streetwear. Designers are mixing it with denim, lace, and leather to give it a bold, modern twist. Next, we have Kente, the royal fabric of Ghana. Woven in vibrant strips, each color and pattern tells a story of unity, wealth, or spiritual strength. Once reserved for kings and sacred occasions, Kente is now rocking the global runway. Beyoncé's Black is King, for instance, brought Kente back into pop culture with powerful symbolism. Then there's Adire, a traditional Yoruba tie and dye fabric from Nigeria, made using resist dye techniques with indigo and natural dyes. Adire has evolved from handmade batik cloth into high-end fashion statements. Contemporary designers now use Adire on everything from bomber jackets to sneakers, bringing old techniques into the now. We also can't ignore Shweshwe from Southern Africa, known for its geometric patterns and stiff cotton feel. It's traditionally worn during weddings and ceremonies. Today, it's a favorite among African couture designers, both for men and women. And let's not forget Bogolamfini, or mud cloth from Mali, made using fermented mud and plant dyes. It's an artisanal treasure, earthy, raw, and deeply symbolic. Now it's making waves in modern fashion, home decor, and even on luxury handbags. So what roles do these fabrics play in today's fashion? They are no longer just traditional. They are tools of storytelling, symbols of pride, and increasingly fashion statements that fuse heritage with innovation. African designers are blending tradition with technology, while global brands are collaborating with African artisans, bringing local fabrics to international catwalks. In a world that's seeking authenticity, African fabrics are more than just trends. They are timeless statements of creativity and culture.
Okay, this is still the Madly Show, and that feature was to help you know your fabric, so at least you know what you're working with. I did tell you that we will be joined by a beautiful stylist, ex-fashion designer, and she's here in the person of Rema Owoduni. She's a creative lead for Style by Empress Express. Welcome to the Medley Show.
Thank you,
It's so good to see you.
Yes,
and you're already telling the story. I mean,
always.
back in the day, like I said earlier, this fabric would be, what they call that?
The Iro and Buba.
The Iro, but the short one.
Oleku.
Yeah.
Oleku was even a modern name. Yeah, Oleku was from the 2000s thereabouts. It was always Iro and Buba. So we gave it Oleku, whether short or long, it was Iro and Buba. So I think from the millennials, that's when we started Oleku in it, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the first question I asked Bright to let me get your opinion. How did you, back in the day, let's go down memory lane, because I've known you as a fashion designer for a while now. Did you know you were going to be playing with fabrics creatively? Like if you...
To be very honest and not take so much of the time, it all started from the styling part of fashion. So I was born in a very queer church. You know, those ones where we don't wear earrings and we don't dress in a certain way.
They will come for you.
So I know. So, but I still thought that I could be stylish even with the type of fashion that we had then. So I found myself altering the plies skirts, the puff hand blouses. I found myself doing a little squeeze to just give it a little finesse. You know, making the skirt one way, just to make it a little drama. Yeah. And then as it began to become something which became fashion designing, because I started making sketches to explain to the Obiomas what I wanted them to do for me, right? So I started thinking about it. So why don't I now tailor these things from the beginning? You know, so I would have my mom buy me fabric, so Christmas clothes, while others were looking for the gown and the cap and the three-piece set. I would ask my mom to give me a fabric so that I could sketch to give to the tailor down the road to create something that I wanted. So, but I was creating contemporary styles, but with our locally sourced fabric. So that was how it started for me.
Oh, fantastic. That's interesting. Yes. Anyway, we're going to open our phone lines now. Remember that you can send your messages to 0901 38989550, and of course we'll get to read your messages on the show. You could talk about your favorite fabric. You can tell us how much you've experimented with this fabric, or you intend to experiment with this fabric, and of course we'll get to read them on the show. Okay, so I'm still having a good conversation with Rema and Bright in the studio. So Rema, walk me through your creative process. I know you've said a bit about you sketch, but do you necessarily always have to sketch before you come up with the styles? So walk me through your creative process.
Right now,
let's say I give you what's a very interesting fabric. Now let me say Ashoke. I give you an Ashoke fabric and I want to wear it to the office. Yes. So please tell me what you're going to do.
So right now, to be very honest with you, where I am at in my business, because it's been 9 years, I necessarily don't have to sketch for every outfit, because I have different portfolios for different collections that have been, you know, produced over time, and some of them we tend to repeat on a new textile, right? So we have a collection that is a work collection, you know, that probably was created with a different fabric at a different SS 2020, SS 2019, and who says?
What's SS?
So we call our collections SS, spring, summer, yeah. So basically, basically, we can incorporate a design that we did in 2019, maybe with crepe or with linen, whatever, and then we incorporate that same design in 2025 in Ashoke. Yeah, you get what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I do.
We don't necessarily have to always sketch.
Yeah, I get that.
Different fabrics.
Yes.
I get that, but what I want to know is, I want to go to the office.
Okay.
And I give you a Ashoke. Auntie Rema, please, what are we going to do?
Yeah,
Walk me through the
like
process.
it's the same thing. Oh, what are we going to do? You want work dresses. In your wardrobe, this is me, real time. Okay, so in your wardrobe, what do you see yourself wearing often? So somebody will say, I'm more of a two-piece person. I like two-piece sets because they're versatile. I can always wear the top with another pants or wear the pants with another top. Instantly, we have an idea that we can create a two-piece set with your Ashoke, depending on the quantity, because that's really important. And then, or you say, I'm more of a dress girl. I just like to wear my dresses so I can show off my legs and my shoes, or I like my long. So that also aids in the kind of creation that we would create for you. Your personality comes to play in your individual, because my brand is very high on individuality, exclusivity, you know. So basically, we try to tailor pieces that suits individuals as they wear. So we look into what works for you, because there are people that they will tell you that, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't wear trousers. Not for anything, they're not just comfortable, or they'll tell you they don't wear trousers to work.
Right.
So you can't go creating a trouser set. Though it's a corporate set, though it can be worn to work by any other person, but them personally they would. So if you go, as beautiful as the trouser set will look, it will not just satisfy the particular customer. So we have to walk through that conversation.
Yeah, now you're talking about the cost. Okay, let me, maybe I should rephrase and put it this way, right? So do you feel there is a stigma?
Yeah.
Right, let me ask you this. Do you think there's sort of a stigma or stereotype when it comes to wearing our African pieces to certain settings? You know, I mentioned the office earlier. That's why I asked that question. To certain settings, like you're going for a corporate event, you're going for a business meeting, you're going to the office, stuff like that. Do you think there's because if it's not that suit and the kind of tie you mentioned earlier, it's not going to work. So I want to know, because now we're experimenting, we're reimagining our fabrics. So yeah,
well, there used to be stereotypes.
There
like
used to be?
Yes, like it's breaking right now. Now, primary school, secondary school, now they wear Ankara some days.
In the East, in some states, not
In some-
everywhere.
of course, that's what I'm saying.
And it's one
We're
day.
beginning to break that. You know, talking about Africa, in Ghana, most schools now, they wear Ankara. Like, that's what they wear to school. So we're beginning to break that.
Right.
You know, and in some settings, like she said, you could see some African prints being made into something corporate, and you wear it. You know, it's just a matter of time. But are we breaking that right now? Yes, we are. Some corporate organizations, you can wear it to come for a meeting, and they will not bat an eyelid as maybe like 2019. There are some things you wear to a meeting, and they will look at you, someone, this is a corporate meeting, why are you wearing this? But right now, you can wear the same thing, and you know, it will not be much of an issue.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
I have something to say.
Okay, go ahead. Because I was going to ask a different question.
I think it's important that I use this medium to say that Ankara is not African. Ankara is not an African fabric. Yes, please. Ankara is Dutch. Yes. Ankara is not indigenous. However, we have taken some type of Ankara designs and then owned it. But Ankara is not indigenous textile. African indigenous textiles are textiles that are produced
here
locally. That's the meaning
Right.
of it. Yes.
I get you. I get you. It's just like saying when we produce our own fabrics here, not Ankara now. We produce our own fabrics and we design them in the way that we want to design them. So yeah, it may have, maybe the fabric to make out the designs may have come from Dutch. That's why when you said the original Hollandaise and all those, but we now print our own fabrics with our own local designs that we have names for.
We print Ankara in Nigeria?
Yes, nah.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I'm surprised that we do that here, because
we do. We print fabrics with our local designs that have names. That's why you hear the Kili Kili Star and the
those
from back in the day
that we have taken them. We've taken ownership of them.
I agree with
the
you.
designs are not
No, I agree with you.
indigenous.
But do we print our own fabrics here?
Yes.
print
We
fabrics,
do.
but
We
the
do.
design,
So the thing is, those stars and
Yes,
all
we
of those
named
songs
them
are
those, but those are
Yes, because that
based
was how
on
they
what
are
is on the
what was already existing.
what's
Some
on
of them
the
are pertaining
fabric.
to the flowers that were in Dutch. They
Yes.
created the flower on it. We saw it just so that we can communicate with our fellow Nigerians.
Exactly.
Say, I ain't got bonka kirikiri star.
Oh, Lord,
Not that it was made by an Igbo man and said, I'm creating my creation of kirikiri star.
I totally get that.
Yeah,
I totally get that. That was how
unlike
we
their
could relate.
designs, when you look at those Adire Alarodudu, they turn this one, they will tell you that this one means
with African
this,
symbols.
with the African
those
symbols.
Are CBD symbols,
Those things have meanings. That's what I want to hear.
I totally understand that. Okay, we'll go for a quick break now and bring you our last feature. When we return, something very special for you, and of course we'll have more conversations and we'll get to read your messages on the show. Stay with us.
This is Lagos, the fashion hub of Africa. Welcome to Fashion Finest Africa 2025. Here, fashion, culture takes center stage. Today, we're not just celebrating artistry, we are celebrating boldness, we are celebrating fashion, we are celebrating emerging designers.
All around the world, fashion shows are always an exciting experience for people who want to explore new styles, and for designers, it gives them the opportunity to showcase new collections to the public.
Okay, this is my first time working for Fashion Finest. I'm so grateful to God because last year I went for the casting, I was not selected. But yeah, this time around when they saw me at the casting, they were like, pretty, pika, and yeah, I'm loving it actually. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm here. Yeah.
So there are a lot of amazing designers tonight, and their designs are amazing. Like working for them is just like an honor, and I loved everything. I loved how Nigerian designers are making their art like a statement nowadays, and they are making more designs for male models, because most times it's just plain clothes for male models, but now we have like different styles. It's just so nice being on the runway and working for exceptional designers.
For 9 years, Taylor continues to dress African men and women. His collection majored in simple sophistication with a seamless fusion of Western vintage style and African elements. With the use of a southern woven fabric and a blend of denim and vintage wool with lace, Taylor's design are truly unique in style.
Taylor Clothing is a brand, a made in Nigerian brand that gives well-defined suits, natives, whatever you wish you want, to bring it to life.
According to Craftsman, his design embodies the essence of modern classic menswear, with each piece being a meticulous masterpiece, crafted with extreme attention to detail, from flawless stitches to elegant finishing, designed for the gentleman who values dignity and comfort.
I think my designs, I could call them like high fashion. It's basically urban for any guy out there that wants to stand out and be stylish at the same time.
The exhibition has been really good. We have a lot of very good designers, and also we have very new and very unique designers that know their crafts and they know exactly what they want to showcase.
They're emerging. You can still see the diamond in the rough with a lot of them, but I mean there's some that have sort of mastered their artistry and you can see it in their body of work.
Fashion's Finest Africa has a goal to empower, educate and expose fashion entrepreneurs in Africa using its platform, which has been ongoing for some years now.
Fashion's Finest Africa is an event that was established because we felt that the only people that were getting all the popularity and that were doing the